What's up guys, welcome back to Unbox Junkie. My name is Matt and today we are looking at the PaMu Slide and the Hyphen true wireless earbuds. Now, I just recently reviewed both of these products, but I got a comment that stood out to me from, forgive me if I'm pronouncing this wrong, Bhupesh Parasa. He said Hyphen versus PaMu Slide, your pick. Also, Monica Nguyen said comparison on the Hyphen and PaMu Slide. And I thought, hey, that's not a bad idea because they're kind of similar in some ways, but one is definitely better than the other. Now, the reason I've got two PaMu Slides here is because this is the original one that I unboxed. Now, in this is an older version, and when I reviewed it, the microphone made this sound. Doesn't sound very good, and PaMu saw that and they said, hey, wait a minute, that's the older version, we've already updated it, and they went ahead and sent me the newer one. And I tested it and it sounded great, so that was the only downside that I saw. If you want to see the full review of both of these, I'll leave a link, click right here, and I'll leave them down below in the description. But for now, we're just gonna do a quick comparison. First, I'm gonna start with both of their statements. The Hyphen, they said that they are the gold standard of wireless earbuds. The PaMu Slide says that they're the best-selling earbud brand on Indiegogo. The Hyphen raised $1.4 million and the PaMu Slide raised $4 million. Now, as far as pricing goes, the Hyphens are $90 and the PaMu Slides, this version, is $70, or you can get the one without the wireless charging for only $50. They are both running Bluetooth 5.0. The Hyphen is rated IPX5, which means that it is water resistant, so you can run in the rain. You shouldn't have to worry about any kind of sweat if you're working out. The PaMu Slides, they are rated at IPX6, which is very similar, except it's a lot more water resistant, almost to the point where it's almost pretty much waterproof. They both have touch controls, which are very responsive. Now, they both have auto pairing and they both work really well with auto pairing, and they both work independently of each other, which is great. The Hyphens has wireless charging capabilities, which means if you have a wireless dock, you set it down and this will start charging. This, on the other hand, is a wireless dock. You flip it over, you set your phone on top of it, and it just starts charging, which is great. Totally forgot I didn't charge these, oops, but there you go. Put it on the back, boom, immediately starts charging your phone. That, I think, is really awesome. Now that I think about it, I wonder, look at that, that works. You know, I think that's situational. For me personally, I would think that the PaMu Slide being a wireless charging dock would be a lot more useful for me. So I'm gonna give this the check again. The PaMu Slides win on the wireless charging capabilities. Now, speaking of charging, the Hyphens are still using the micro USB port and the PaMu Slides are using the USB Type-C. So I'm gonna have to give them another check on that. Distance-wise, Hyphen claims that they get 50 feet. Now, I don't doubt that they get 50 feet in a more open environment, but in my environment where I've got a couple doors and a couple hallways to go down, these only got about 40 to 43 feet or so. The PaMu Slides, they went 50 feet, and then I went out my front door, and when I closed the big metal door, they lost connection. So as far as distance and connectivity, I think the PaMu Slides win this one as well. Now, battery life. Battery life is extremely important with true wireless earbuds, obviously. The Hyphens, they're pretty standard. They give you 5 hours with just the earbuds by themselves, and then an additional 23 hours of battery life with the case. But the PaMu Slides, they have a very impressive battery life of 10 hours. 10 hours, and then the case gives you an additional 50 hours. So without a doubt, the PaMu Slide wins that as well. Give them a check. Form factor. The Hyphen is definitely smaller and more compact than the PaMu Slides, as you can see. The case isn't as tall. It's also not as wide. The PaMu Slide is almost double the weight. The build quality on the PaMu Slides is top notch. The slide feature is really cool. Not only that, but even this pleather-like material has the LEDs shining through it, which I think is a great little touch. The Hyphen, on the other hand, is just a simple little box, and I like that, but I'm not a big fan of this cap. It's just a plastic, cheap cap that you could lose. So, you know, PaMu Slide definitely wins in that aspect as well. But let's test these out. Let's do a side-by-side comparison. There we go. Very nice, really clean sound. I really enjoy the sound of these. Let's switch over to the PaMu Slides. I don't know if I'm gonna have enough charge with the white ones. I'm just gonna go with the black ones because like I said, the only problem I had with these was the microphone when I made a phone call, and those are dead right now. Already off the bat, these ones are a little more comfortable. I also like the style. They don't stick out nearly as much. Let's test the bass capabilities here. Oh, that doesn't get old. It's so clean. Switching back to the Hyphens. Yeah, the bass, ambient bass is picked up really well with the PaMu's, but again, they're really clean and clear with the Hyphens. But either way, I mean, I like them both, but these definitely have a clearer sound to them. Let's do voice. Let's do Good Mythical real quick. The Hyphens are so clear you can almost hear the nose hairs whistling in Rhett's nostrils. Let's switch to the PaMu's. I can still hear Rhett's nose hairs whistling, but again, a little bass dominant, almost a ambient bass. You know what I'm saying? You know what? Sound quality, I'm just gonna give it to the Hyphens. I think the highs, mids, and lows, they're very fine-tuned. You can definitely tell switching between the two. Don't get me wrong, the PaMu Slides sound great. If you were to get these, you're gonna be happy with them, no doubt, absolutely no doubt. But comparing them side by side, they're definitely noticeably clearer. Let's compare the microphones real fast. Call my brother Jesse. Yo, bro. I'm doing a comparison video. How do I sound right now? You can tell I'm on something, so not like phone quality. All right, I'm gonna switch over to the other ones real quick, hold on. All right, now we're on to the other ones. Oh, the other ones were better. Oh, okay, so there's some distortion, but they're louder, so definitely the Hyphens sound more clear. All right, well, there we go. That's good enough for me. All right, I gotta say, I'm actually a little bit surprised at the results here. Let me unplug that, I don't need that now. On paper, the PaMu Slides are a definite win, for sure, in almost every category. But in practice, I gotta say the Hyphens have a very good quality sound to them. Not only that, but the microphone is even a little bit better. You know, I think it's gonna depend on your circumstance, what you're looking for in some true wireless earbuds. What I think is the best bang for the buck is the PaMu Slides. But if you're an audiophile and you want the best sound you could possibly get, I would probably go with the Hyphens. But for everything else, I think the PaMu Slides win. I think they're both really good in their own ways, but there you go. That's my thought on the whole thing. But either way, guys, that is it. I'm gonna leave links down in the description below as usual. I leave it in your hands, but as for now, get out of here.